Tonight on Dawn, deep dark secrets in the Kardashian household, the secret diaries, the alleged affairs, and the public divorces. Plus, not ready for granny panties? It's a vlog for middle-aged women who want and need their sexy back. Also, dream of luxurious locks, fuller, thicker hair? See how in just a snap. I'll get some extra inches too. It's gonna be fun, and it's all next, here on Dawn. Oh, love them or hate them, the Kardashian clan, well, they seem to be a secret obsession for millions of us. And each week there's another drama in their lives. Joining me today is the senior editor of In Touch Weekly, Dorothy Casasieri. It's so good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
You know, it's so fun because this is one of my secret obsessions. My husband commutes every day to New York, and he brings me your magazine every week.
It's not so secret anymore.
Right, so it's out. The secret's out. But this is I know it's selling like hotcakes because everybody's talking about it, right?
Absolutely. People love the Kardashians. Some people hate the Kardashians, but regardless of which side you're on, the Kardashians are intriguing and people love to talk about them.
I mean, what is it? Because I'm in the grocery store line, and of course, because I'm the expert on all of it, and we're debating. But now this is the secret diaries of Robert Kardashian, which everybody believes because his widow has released this. So it's so credible and so real when you read it. And wow.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, the first time that I sat down and read the story, I was just kept, my mouth was wide open. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So, basically Robert Kardashian kept these diaries when he was still living. He passed away in 2003 of esophageal cancer. And the girls talk about him a lot on the show, and, they miss him a lot. He was a really, huge part of their lives. And he kept these diaries, and he was actually married at the time that he died to a woman named Ellen, who he had been with 3 years and then married 2 years, so a total of 5 years, and then he passed away. And in all this time, she's had these diaries and she's been holding on to them. And finally, she wanted to share them with us, with In Touch and with the world. Her thought was, that the Kardashians are constantly out there putting out their messages to the public, and so she felt like this was an important message to put out.
And it's, when you read it, it really bashes, of course, the mom, Kris, who is together and gorgeous and has these daughters and is successful. And this is the dirt.
Yes, it absolutely is. Well, Robert was a very famous lawyer, and so this is very typical of a lawyer to write things down and keep a record of what's going on.
In his handwriting.
In his handwriting, exactly. And he, shared a lot of family secrets, such as an incident that happened between Kourtney Kardashian, who's the oldest sister, and Kris. She was Kardashian at the time, now she's Jenner. But they got into a fight about something, and Kris grabbed Kourtney's hair and pulled her hair, and then Kourtney basically retaliated by, digging her fingers into her mom's arm, and then Kris grabbed Kourtney's arm and twisted her arms behind her back. Like that kind of abuse was something that was really prevalent in the Kardashian household.
And that's the allegation that I think I was shocked by, and what readers are shocked by, because you're seeing this different view that Kris, now Jenner, was allegedly abusive, that she was allegedly controlling, that she was allegedly having love affairs and running out, that she was allegedly an absentee mom. I mean, this is Robert Kardashian's truth.
Exactly.
And it's shocking.
Exactly. She was actually having an affair, according to Robert Kardashian at the time, with a much younger hockey player by the name of Todd Waterman. And Robert and Kris were still married. They weren't officially divorced or anything like that. And Robert wrote in these journals that this guy was actually sleeping in his bed and he was even wearing his underwear, which the maid then had to go and clean. Robert also found a charge on his Sears credit card for a really expensive refrigerator, and later found out that Kris Jenner Kardashian had purchased it for this guy that she was dating at the time. And so there were a lot of really shady things. There were a few incidents where the girls were really sick. Kim had a very, very high fever, and Kris sent her off to a friend's house to spend the night because she wanted to spend time with this man that she was dating.
And so if that wasn't shocking and surprising enough, then comes along the psych evaluation. In other words, Robert Kardashian then had his psychiatrist evaluate, and
Right.
this is released. This is the latest cover.
Right, exactly. It doesn't, it's no real secret that Kris Jenner is a narcissist. I mean, she certainly loves the spotlight. She loves the attention, and this 6-page psych evaluation had some really revealing truths in it about the kind of person that Kris Jenner is, and kind of the problems that she has upstairs, that she is a narcissist, that she's very much, very big on attention and being the center of attention. She fantasizes a lot about life, and she, thinks of like everything as being a fairy tale instead of a reality. And, she's kind of just a head case. I mean, if that's the best way to put it.
Well, and by the way, most surgeons and politicians, they say, have a high level of narcissism,
Yes.
probably higher than her. Maybe that's
true.
part of our problem in Washington right now.
And
right?
people in the media too. So
Oh, no, not us.
I don't know how you and I would fare.
No, not us. Never. But let's talk about and move on to the divorce rumors about the girls. First of all, we have there are divorce rumors with Kris and Bruce Jenner.
Yes.
And that's on the cover, that she forced him to get plastic surgery, and they're having troubles now?
Yes. So sources are saying that they're having a lot of trouble in their marriage. And if you think about it, it was maybe a year or so ago that Kris Jenner said that she was thinking about changing her last name back to Kardashian as the mother of the girls. She felt like she wanted, more association with
Never a
that
good sign.
name. And that's really disrespectful,
Yeah,
to her
to your
current
husband.
husband. And the girls said that. They said, Mom, you can't do that to Bruce. But she's just thinking about herself, and she's thinking about how she's going to appear in the media and that sort of thing. So they're on a really rocky road right now, and we can only hope that they'll stick it out, especially since they have 2 teenage daughters as well,
Yeah.
Kendall and Kylie. But, Hollywood is a tough place to be married.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about Kim and Kris Humphries.
Right.
And obviously, she needs that divorce before the baby's born,
She
right
needs
before
that.
Kanye's baby's born.
Yeah, she needs that divorce more than anything. And Kris Humphries is taking a stand. This is the last leg of control that he can have over her. Sources have said in the past that he feels manipulated, he feels used, he feels like she just kind of, dragged him around like a show horse, on the TV show and for the wedding, and she was so intent on that fairy tale ending that she kind of lost sight of what was happening in the middle.
But your magazine even says that's part of Mom, that Mom
Yes.
loves the Cinderella happy ending, and that maybe Kim, fell into that with him.
Yes.
But do we feel sorry for Kris? I mean, he's gorgeous. And I know this is maybe a little bit sexist, because in a sense, he's a gorgeous guy and she's a gorgeous gal. So we were like, oh, boo-hoo, poor you. You got used by gorgeous Kim Kardashian.
Right.
Do we feel sorry for him?
I think some people do feel sorry for him. Certainly, the best thing that probably ever happened to him was meeting Kim Kardashian, because, I mean, I
Did
like
you know who
I
he
like
was?
basketball,
I mean-
but I didn't know who Kris Humphries was before Kim Kardashian dug her manicured nails into him. But in the same sense, though, you do have to kind of feel sad for him, because he is a pretty humble guy, and he's from the Midwest. He kind of was raised with nice Midwestern values, and marriage is a really important thing to him. And now he kind of seems like he's been robbed a bit.
All right. And quickly, Khloe and Lamar separation rumors?
Yes, they're in our new issue. Sources have said that they're in a trial separation because they've had a lot of trouble conceiving. It's put a very big strain on the relationship, on the marriage, and also he's been on the road playing basketball. And there have been some really interesting instances of where he's been out at nightclubs and slapping girls on the behind and things like that. So she has to keep her eyes wide open.
All right, stay right here. Dorothy, you're going to come back in a little bit later for the show for a segment on clip-in hair extensions. We're talking instant volume, instant length, a big celebrity trend right now, that's for sure. But up next, put away those granny panties, ladies. It's time to get your sexy back.